Hello teacups, what's brewing? So today I'm going to be looking at Chantal's Greek style food mukbang from yesterday. I wasn't actually going to do this react because I just caught it at a bad time. I went out to a mall yesterday and it's the first time since February I've done that because they're easing lockdown. So I was out all day. We did it in a socially distanced way, don't worry, we have masks, we have gloves, they take our temperatures every time we go in a store. They're pretty serious about it here. And we'd purposely chosen a very quiet time just as they were opening midweek so that we wouldn't see many people. It wasn't very busy at all. But I came back and I was pretty tired and I saw she had uploaded this mukbang and I skipped through it a little bit, but I wasn't ready to engage. I wasn't going to do it at all. I was going to wait for her next one, but her next one, which came out today, is a creepypasta and it's hands down my least favorite of her content. So I'm going to react to this one and then I'm just going to kind of see where my energy is for the other one and if I maybe want to get to that or not. But for now, let's go with yesterday's and let's see what she's doing. She is sped up today.
Hello, Foodie Beauty. Sam has a new nickname. Big. Is here.
I usually cut out the cat crap, but are you sure you want to be throwing around phrases like big? I know it's a joke and it's a cat, but shaming.
What's up, guys? What is up?
She just showed her new table with a chair and she's still at the kitchen island. Why? Why didn't she use the new table that they bought in part for that reason?
Welcome to a, I guess mukbang. It's,
I guess, like she's never done one before. Didn't she say in her community rant the other day that near the end, I think just before she said she deleted it, that she wasn't going to sit around and do lazy content like ordering food and eating for you guys. I was going to sit and think about my content. Well, show me it.
I'm having Greek food today. Well, this is as Greek as I'm going to find around here. I'm going to put lemon on my chicken. It's just their marinated chicken breast platter with salad, tzatziki sauce, rice pilaf, and one chocolate.
Wait.
What is this?
So she's got chicken, salad, rice, potatoes, and she's got a massive flatbread there. 1, that is not a salad. 2, why do you need 3 carbohydrates? Who needs a massive thing of rice, half a potato, and an entire flatbread in a meal? That is not, and again, it's salad, so I'm sure she thinks this is healthy. I told you yesterday I wasn't very patient with this. It's stuff like this that makes me not very patient, and I'm usually a little kinder to her about it, but I was tired yesterday and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just get it out and do it, but I was being mean. I was like, oh no, wait till today. Wait till today when you can explain your concerns instead of just cussing her out.
It's a huge potato.
Yeah, it is.
So pizza's feta cheese, because he don't like feta cheese and he doesn't like olives.
So ordering Greek food was very considerate for him. Thank you so much for your love, Chantal.
I don't know how he lives that way. So, just gonna be a quick little video today. Be good. I should try making my own food for a video.
That might have been less lazy content that you told us you were going to give us.
I really like moussaka. It's not bad.
God, and this is
My whole day
sped
was messed up. Nothing went according to plan. I scheduled, so that's why you don't have a full day of eating vlog video.
Oh yeah, for those of you who've missed it, I think she's taken that down off her community tab as well. You got to keep checking in on there. She put up a vote. Bear in mind, she just had this whole thing where she was like, I want to do the content I want. And then she put up a poll on her community tab saying, do you want to see a full day of eating and a walk? Despite the fact she just told us she didn't want to do her eating on camera. She wanted to do mukbangs, but she didn't want to talk about kind of what she's eating on camera. Would you like to see a full day of eating and a walk with Pete? Or would you like to see whichever one of the fucking cats she has that has a beige leg for 10 hours on repeat? And I was like, I mean, I hate the cats, but at this point, so she's not even doing that. She's not even giving, like, deciding on the content she wants to do, pretending to give us a choice and then doing what she wants. She's actually doing neither of them. What?
The rice is bland.
Well, it's rice.
So, that's why. But, waking up too late. So it was more like a, when I eat, when I drag my lazy ass out of bed at 2 p.m. kind of video.
Well, that would be in your control, wouldn't it? Get up earlier. Actually, guys, I say that. I slept a long time this morning. Maybe that's something I shouldn't be throwing stones on.
And then there was like a mix up with my nurse, and then just all kinds of things.
Okay, so her all kinds of things is 2 things. She woke up late, something she could have controlled, and there was a mix up with her nurse. Her nurse is still visiting her. How much longer is that hole in her back going to be open? She mentioned a little, well, did she mention a little while ago? Is it just, I'm working in Chantal years, so it feels a lot longer than it is? I'm not sure. But she said it had gone from like 25 centimeters of packing, which is quite a lot, to 8 centimeters, but surely it should be healed by now. And also, a mix up with the nurse. I'm sure they've got other people to come see, so maybe be a little bit more tolerant of that, you know? Because the nurse is coming to your house so that you don't have to leave. So the whole day was wrecked. I couldn't eat on a schedule. I couldn't show you anything. I couldn't wait in my house.
It's my fault. Because
being trapped in my house, I couldn't cook my own food. Oh, this could continue. I could go on.
you guys like these?
What are they? Oh, pickled peppers?
Spicy. I stayed up extremely late. I don't even leave healthy. Binge watching Temptation Island.
I don't know what Temptation Island is. I'm guessing some awful reality TV show from the sound of it. Again, if only this were in your own control. And didn't she say she was spending time away to plan videos and make effort? No, you were binging TV and being depressed because someone was apparently holding a gun to your head in regards to you eating junk food. Oh, wait.
And, whew.
Come on.
The show makes me sad for those people, but it also makes me think of my relationship with BB and how I'm not in one anymore.
Guys, Temptation Island, help me. I don't know exactly what it is. But if it's making her think of her relationship with BB and the fact that she's not in it. Hang on, guys. I'm going to have to Google Temptation Island, otherwise this isn't going to make sense, all right? American reality television program broadcast on Fox and USA Network in which several couples agree to live with a group of singles of the opposite sex in order to test the strength of their relationships. That sounds appalling. What is this shit that people watch? Like, I have the odd reality TV show I'll watch. Like, I used to be into Project Runway for a while and stuff like that. But when you're like, oh, I have faith in our relationship, so I'm going to go on an island of singles. Oh, I hope I don't cheat. It's definitely not for the rating. If you feel the need to test it, it's probably not that strong, and half these shows are scripted anyway. But it is very telling that kind of premise made her think of her relationship with BB. Like, oh, maybe that's why you're not in it anymore.
It makes me wonder if I would have been tempted.
Didn't you cheat on him? Like, if?
No, I have cheated in the past.
Yeah!
I look at my knife. I know, dangerous way. But
if. You did! And you weren't even on the
I just
island!
worry about that. Like, basically, I didn't technically break up yet with Pete before starting in with BB. But it wasn't long after.
Oh, that's okay then.
Like, I didn't wait long or anything. And I felt horrible. And I told him that.
Okay. I should mention that I might be a little bit more triggered than this, about this, than necessarily I like to put into my videos. My parents got divorced a very long time ago, and it was in part due to repeated cheating on one of my parents' parts. And it's all horseshit. Like, it's a very simple premise. You decide you're not happy in your relationship, you end the relationship, you find someone else. And to do anything else is incredibly selfish. Yeah? Now, I get on with both my parents now. It was a long time ago. They're amicable now, but at the time it was a mess. Even as an adult, it was a mess. And it just wasn't very good. But to be so unbelievably selfish is to be like, I'm cheating, but I want to make sure that I'm looked after and I'm not going to end up with nobody. So I'm not going to let go of this person or be honest with them while I sort something else out for myself. And then when I'm secure in my new position, I'll dump it on them. And it's such horseshit. And frankly, I know that people get over it. I know they become friends later. I know my parents managed it, although it was bitter for many years. But Pete needs to grow a fucking spine with this, because now he's living with her and helping her pull on her socks. His socks. Whoops. And the fact that he forgave her and they're still friends, like, really? Because this, justifying it like, oh, it's okay, I didn't wait long and I felt bad. Okay, so cheating's fine as long as you don't wait too long and you feel bad? Shut the fuck up.
He has chosen to forgive me.
Good, you need someone to help you with your socks.
But I feel like it depends what stage
No, it doesn't.
you are in your relationship and like
No,
how
it
happy you are,
doesn't.
because like if you're not really happy, obviously if you find somebody on Temptation Island that you're more happy with, right?
I mean, for a reality show, you're going onto a show called Temptation Island with that premise. I think, you make your choices there. You are either doing it so you can be on TV, in which case, okay, if you're willing to sacrifice your relationship with that, whatever, or you've agreed that you'll play up to the drama while on TV, in which case, again, you make your choices. Or you were stupid enough to genuinely believe testing a relationship that might fail it was a good idea. Because you're on an island with singles. Like, there's no one holding a gun to your head. You meet single people every day. It's different because you're on an island. I mean, I haven't watched this trash, so maybe I'm simplifying it when it's more complicated than that. I don't know. But if you were going to cheat on the island, you were going to cheat in real life.
Right, it takes a while to build an emotional connection with someone, so how deep can it really be in like a month, right? Well,
Actually, fun little story. I keep stopping this. Maybe you don't care. Maybe I'll cut this out the final edit. My grandparents met and married within 24 hours. And they were together for their entire lives. They had 16 children. And my nana passed away in the early 80s, and my granddad never remarried. He loved her. Sometimes you have a life-changing moment. It doesn't always work out, because when you have such a short beginning, there's a lot of stuff you have to figure out in the end. But occasionally it works. Occasionally you meet someone and you're like, nah, this is it. I'm not discounting that. Do I think you're likely to find it under those circumstances on a TV show? No, I don't think those are ideal circumstances. It could happen. But this conversation we're having right now is just, like, it's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it's kind of okay because I did it, so let me justify it.
it could. It does happen. But like, I guess it just depends. It just really depends.
It doesn't depend. Cheating is wrong. It doesn't depend. If you want to cheat, end your relationship so that it's not cheating and have the balls to take a chance. And that might end up with there being consequences for you. You might end up alone, but that is the chance you take out of respect for your other partner.
And it sometimes has nothing to do with the other person. Like cheating,
No.
sometimes it's about you and your character,
and
like
your selfish ass.
how insecure you are in yourself.
I was insecure, so I cheated. This is why I didn't react to this, you guys. This is one of the reasons when I was tired, I came in and I was like, Oh, I'm not dealing with this shit.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. I think it's senseless. I think you're making excuses for yourself.
So, I mean, it just really depends.
It doesn't
This is a huge
depend.
potato. That's only going to be one.
Let me put a huge amount of sauce on top of it. That will improve it. So many cups. Look how much rice she's got there. And she's saying the potato is huge. So proportionally to the rice. My God.
But it's an interesting show. Like I said, when I don't feel like thinking.
No, I don't think it's a show that requires a lot of thought. I'll give you that there. I'm sure it's just mindless trash. And mindless trash has its place. Sometimes you do want to switch your brain off. But your life doesn't contain that much. And you're constantly talking about how you want to switch off, how you want to get in your car and drive, how you want to escape. So consider those things and consider the things maybe you should be changing in your life so that you're not so willing to run away from it. Who are you side-eyeing?
Anyway. Also want to apologize to my viewers for just like
But not to Pete's for cheating on him.
being completely like mental.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. Don't throw the hate at me. I'm not insulting you. You said it.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Ooh, let's try that word again. Complimentary neck braces for whiplash coming soon. Okay, so you've apologized. Now what?
I don't know what the heck I want to do. Sometimes with my life, with my channel, I go through that over and over.
You seem to be very, very sure for about 30 seconds when you were ranting at us. What, now that you didn't get a great response to that, you're changing your mind, but you can't even give us the stuff that you decide you want to do? Honey.
I'm working on
Nothing.
sticking to a consistent uploading schedule. Some people are not going to like it, and it's going to cause criticism.
So stop bitching out about it. If you know that, stop complaining about it. Stop complaining that people like me are reacting to you. Stop complaining that you're not getting super positive reinforcement. Because you know, stepping into it now, you know what's going to happen. And either you get to care or not care. And if you care enough to apologize, fuck the apology, show me the action. Otherwise, what does an apology mean? If you don't back what you're saying up with actions, it's meaningless. What's the point?
So, that's fine.
It's fine. It's so fine. She'll rant on the community tab about it. Remember this. Remember it, keep it, clip it, because the next time she bitches at all of us for daring to respond to it, I want this up on a video to say, well, you said it was okay. You said you understood. Because you don't get to have it both ways.
I mean, I realize, I guess it's just the way things are going with YouTube lately. Just things are just going to shit. Like, cancel culture is like crazy.
Oh, she's a victim. That's a terrible freeze frame. Apologies, my love. She's not a victim of cancel culture. Frankly, her life would probably be harder but greatly improved if she was, because this would no longer be an option for her. But must play the victim. Yes, cancel culture is crazy. People are trying to cancel me. What? And does she technically say that? No, but she heavily implies it in linking the idea of her and cancel culture. YouTube is going to shit. Again, be less cavalier with what you insult. You are entirely reliant on YouTube right now. So maybe less of the shit talk.
And I saw a reaction channel for Learning to Be Fearless. Like, this woman is like, you know, I don't know who she is. She's not, no one's perfect, but she's pretty close, you know, like.
Is she? I don't know her. Tell me below who she is and your thoughts on her. I'm happy to hear them, but I don't know her.
If she has reaction channels, there's no hope in hell for me.
Well, that's... Oh, me and my freeze frames. That is at 11:04 of my download. You are welcome. I don't know who this person is, but Chantal seems... I can't stop looking at it. Chantal seems to think that you either have reaction channels who hate you or you don't have reaction channels. No, and there's plenty of people out there that understand the mutual benefit of reaction channels. So they don't go off at them because in the end, it's just getting them viewership, it's just getting people engaged with them. So if she's having an easier time with reaction channels, or she's just got a few, I don't know what point she's making here. I guess that, you know, everyone's got them whether they like them or not, in which case, why do you react so badly to them? But yeah, I gotta move on.
I'm gonna try to just be better in general, but better at like with criticism because I'm not good with it.
She's not at all. A little bit better in general as she shoves sauce-covered bread into her mouth.
But people can change. And that's the same with cancel culture. Like
they can, but to be clear, I don't think you will. I hope you will. I realise I've been quite negative on her just recently. Whenever she slides back into these mukbangs, I will always get a bit more negative because. But yeah, I think you're capable of change if you're willing to put the work in, but whether you'll ever be desperate enough to be willing to do that, because she never in general gets to the point where her motivation comes from within. She's always like, I have to do this because of this. And because she never does well with have to do's, she's always resistant to this idea. She's never successful.
People can change. You know, if somebody did something or said something 10 years ago and they're really sorry and they changed as a person, there's some things you can't come back from though. Like,
there are something, but you are not, as she relates it to herself, I should say, you have not visibly changed. You visibly worsened, and you're not really sorry. You're defiant and doing a mukbang. So this whole argument does not apply to her.
Predator shit. Or when people are really sorry to me, I'm just like, if I had more subscribers, I'd probably be canceled so many times.
And you can't compare yourself to people who have millions and millions of viewers on this platform. You can't. Like, none of this is relevant to her. If I have more subscribers, the fact that you are the way you are is what prevents her from growing more as a channel. So it's not relevant.
Don't you shake your to me. You know what I mean? Like, so, and unfortunately, the internet is forever. So,
yeah. And yet here you are. You know that, and yet here you are.
And there's always somebody who hates your guts, and they're just waiting for you to, to ruin you.
I mean, to be fair, we don't tend to have to wait very long. But again, because I feel I need to point this out in every video, I don't hate her guts. I wish her guts were healthier, but I don't hate them. I do hate hearing about them.
I just went on with like Shane Dawson. Like 5 minutes ago, he was like the internet's most loved person.
He got his channels demonetized, didn't he?
It's just like you never know.
I don't really follow. I haven't logged into my beauty account for a while, but I like to follow tutorials and things. So I used to follow Tati and Jeffree Star. I have never followed Chen, I don't think, or I followed him very briefly. I just had trouble engaging. But there's a whole mess of stuff going on right now. I haven't been keeping up with it much, but I watch, when I'm awake at 2 a.m, I watch DC Media Girl's live stream. She's been very kind about my channel. And so that kind of keeps me up. And I did hear that he got demonetized and there was a whole mess of shit going down right now. But mostly I just shake my head and go, like, why this? Why?
What's gonna resurface, Or
Maybe be less of a shitty person and then you don't have to worry about it.
It's just crazy. Well, it's also a whole question of accountability, but like that's the thing. I can say like people have got to be people on a pedestal. That's what happens because everyone says really dumb shit, at one point in their life, but they regret. But
1 point? One?
And they're saying and doing dumb shit, and then there's a whole other level of that, right?
Can I just say I'm very much enjoying the graveyard of healthy food over her shoulder, where she ordered all this healthy food while she was on her health kick, and then it's not arrived until now and she's already abandoned the idea.
So Canada Day's coming.
Is it? When's Canada Day is July 1st, right?
July 1st or Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. I should have waited.
Little family barbecue.
Okay. She said she was going to give us footage from the other one, and she just took a picture of her plate. I wonder if she will this time.
See if I can get any footage.
Yeah, maybe.
See if I can film for you guys.
Because she talks about wanting different content, and then when she has the opportunity, she doesn't do it. Like when she was putting together the table, when Pete was putting together the table and she was like, oh, it's rainy, I can't go out, we had to wait for the table, all my plans were scuppered, I was definitely going to do something less lazy. Like she said she had a Pennington's haul to come do the haul. God, there's stuff you can do in the house that still would have been content that wasn't what she put out.
I had trouble being like organized and sticking to anything, and I know it's frustrating.
Shocking.
Oh, Coldy in the house. There's you.
Coldy in the house, she's thirsty. I'm betting part of her contract with that is she has to drink it on camera. I mean, I know it has to be visible, but she needs to mention it. And so now she's like, oh, I'm thirsty, because she's magically remembered her sponsorship. But yeah, she is pretty lazy and pretty disorganized, but she can control it. She's the one who can change that.
It will get better, okay?
No, it won't.
Do not worry.
It will not get better. It has not in 3 years. It is not now. And yeah, she did a creepypasta. That's not... She cooked a meal and ate it while talking about poorly researched paranormal shit. Like, that's not more organized. That's the same stuff you do. I can't believe this is sped up. It's taking so
I'm just trying to
long.
cook with you guys. I'm not going to eat this rice. It's not good at all. So...
She'll have to make do with the potato and the bread. Life is hard.
I guess that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Right, well, that's that. I mean, she is who she is. All that talk about cheating was complete horseshit, and I disagree with it. I love that she's trying to be very relevant with the cancel culture and look how bad people are, and you can't put people on a pedestal, but they should also be forgiven, but they shouldn't be forgiven for some things. But cheating is not okay, but it's okay sometimes because I did it, so I say it's okay for me, because this was part of the reason I wasn't initially going to react, because she's all over the place, because she tries to put out an opinion and to be relevant and to say the things she thinks people want to hear, but then she remembers how hypocritical it looks and the fact that she's actually done some of these things, and like she just changes the tune. I mean, she's like, oh, it's bad, but oh, I wonder, actually it doesn't apply here, but that you should hold people accountable, but oh, I don't want to be held accountable, so maybe I'm just gonna... Girl's a mess, but that's not a surprise. And I'm gonna just put this into my editing software. I'm gonna get it online. I'm gonna have a look at the creepypasta and see if I can put myself through it today or not. Please put your thoughts and opinions down below. I know somebody in my last comment section did ask that I react to this, and I said I wasn't sure I was going to, but here you are. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much, teacups.